guys, and welcome to another video. And today I'm going to be doing something that I don't normally do, which is an analysis, but I wanted to do it since it's for one of my favorite games of all time, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I was not expecting this game to get a full remake, and if you saw my reaction earlier, I mean, I almost passed out. So yeah, I'm really excited that this game is getting a remake since Paper Mario was kind of in a weird area for the past decade, like with Sticker Star, Color Splash. Origami King did improve some things, but they're doing a full remake. I assume it's being developed by the same team with Intelligent Systems and everything, just due to the engine that it's probably using and the fact that this is a full-on remake. So I am really excited about this. And since I know a lot about Thousand Year Door and it's one of my favorite games, I think it would be cool to kind of go through the trailer and see what I can find or what I've noticed here. So already on the opening shot here, it kind of remakes like the book here. It's like fully in 3D and everything, which is really cool. And it might kind of hint that we're getting like fully pre-rendered cutscenes, kind of like Origami King and Color Splash. So I think it's pretty cool. You can hear the opening music in the background there. Okay, so we have Mario's house here, or the Mario Bros. House, which was in the first three games. It's cool to see it remade here in kind of the modern style. The style here kind of reminds me of like a mixture between Color Splash and Origami King and like Thousand Year Door, I would say, because it does retain a lot of the things you'd expect to see from Thousand Year Door in terms of like the background elements and everything, but it's actually kind of like full on in that paper style, which I think is pretty cool. And it's not like overusing that paper style, which is a criticism that myself and a lot of people have had. So it's really cool to see that here. And I noticed the texture on the ground looks very similar to both 64 and Thousand Year Doors thing here. So it seems like a lot of stuff was like remade and everything. And then Parakarry there. So let me go back for a second. Yeah, it's cool to see Parakarry finally return. And then in here, you can actually fully make out the picture of the Paper Mario 64 partners. Hopefully in this remake, they'll actually add more cameos of the partners and everything, and then maybe even some cameos from the other game as well. And you could see here, like all of this is kind of remade, which looks really cool. It's like the perfect kind of compromise between like the modern Paper Mario style and like the classic Thousand Year Door style, which I really like. I like that reflection on the ground too. I think that looks pretty cool. And the lighting here also looks great. And yeah, and like it kind of looks like it's using the engine from Color Splash and Origami King, which I was hoping they would do. Even though like the characters, they don't use the white outlines here. They use kind of like a modern version of like the rigged sprites from like Thousand Year Door, Super Paper Mario, and Sticker Star. Kind of like a modern version of that. They actually kind of look like their artwork now, since it's in high quality. And then you can see here in the background, you could actually make out the Paper Mario 64 map as well, which is cool. Then Rogueport, a cool view there. The water kind of has a Color Splash Origami King style, which is another thing that I like. It still kind of resembles like the water and everything. It does kind of have a different style from the water from the original game, but I still like it. I also like the design for the save block as well. And then you can see here the bomb characters here at Rogueport Harbor. Then here's Goombella. So yeah, you can see like the Garf and Gus in the background there. Cool how their designs are untouched. And then you can see also the Goomba NPCs and the Little Mauser NPCs, and then also the Pianta Mafia in the background there, which is pretty cool. It's cool to see that the characters are retaining their original designs, because I really like the classic style and everything of Paper Mario. I mean, the modern style isn't bad at all. I think like Origami King has a lot of good designs and everything, but I kind of like the Thousand Year Door ones here, and it's great to see them in a modern style. It's just like really surreal to see. And then in the background here, you could see like wanted posters. You can actually make them out this time. Like you could see like a Koopa here, and then you could see like all of the little details here, which you really couldn't see in the original game due to the resolution of the GameCube. So it's really nice. And then here's Petal Meadows here. Um, the ground design kind of looks kind of has a reflection again. Almost kind of gives the impression that it's like wrapping paper or something, which I kind of like. Um, the pipe, they brought back the like the hexagonal pipe design there, which is pretty cool. Then here's Petalburg. I want to take a look at that Koopa real quick. Yeah, there. Yeah, like it actually kind of reminds me of the Paper Mario E3 2010 design for like the Koopa there. Yeah, it like because it has like the thick black outlines there, and it looks really nice. It like honestly, this is giving me a lot of vibes from the E3 2010 Paper Mario sticker star version. On top of the elements that were already in Thousand Year Door. Um, and then the over here, I think that's like the ball bulb. I think that's what it's called. And then there's Frankly. Um, and you could even see like the book there. Yeah, and he's saying like the 7 crystal stars to the Thousand Year Door. Yeah. And then here's the actually in the area with the Thousand Year Door, like the in the Roadport sewers, it kind of shows the cutscene when you kind of like got a crystal star and everything. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I want to look at that again. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more detail here, which I really like. Okay, and then here you could see my favorite character, Vivian there, and then the Shadow Sirens there. And yeah, the Boggly Woods looks amazing in this style. The kind of the reflective ground here looks really nice and is really fitting for that. Then you could also see the puny here as well. But yeah, this looks amazing, and I feel like they really kind of fleshed out the Boggly Woods style here. So that looks beautiful. It's definitely gonna look really nice and everything on the Switch. And then here is the creepy steeple where Dupless is. You can see the boos kind of flying around here. I think some of them are the ones that form the atomic boo. And yeah, you could see that they used their original design, which is based on the Yoshi's Island design. So that's really cool to see that return. I really didn't like the design for the boos in Color Splash and Sticker Star. So it's great to see the original design return. Then you could also see the big Dupless mural in the background here, along with the piranha plants. Then yeah, here's Hooktail Castle going up the tower. And yeah, the detail here is amazing. You can see in the background here that they kept the original designs for the toads and everything. Then you could also see a Hammer Bro, which I think they improved the design for the Hammer Bro here. I didn't really like the design in either Thousand Year Door or the modern design, but I think they kind of touched it up a little bit and kind of made it so where it doesn't look as awkward. And that's especially, I feel like they're especially capable of doing that, like on the Switch with like a higher resolution and more power and everything. And then there's also the Dark Koopa Troll here, and then the fresh juice place. The welcome thing, I'm not sure. I'm forgetting what that was for. But yeah, you can see here the switch. You can kind of see it's made out of paper there. But I feel like the subtle paper aesthetic really works here. I know, like, I have been a little critical of the paper aesthetic in the past, but they're pulling it off really well here. And I think it's really fitting when they're actually like kind of utilizing it well. And in this game, like with the pop-up aesthetic, I think kind of making the subtle paper look is really nice. And then you can also see this toad here. I don't recognize that NPC from the original game. Maybe that's a new NPC, but I might be wrong. Either way, it does look pretty cool. And it's cool that we are getting like new toad NPCs. So yeah. Oh, and that animation, that's Origami King quality there. Let me go back to it. Yeah, that is definitely like on the same quality as like Color Splash and Origami King when it has like little cutscenes like that. And then you could even see the one the one bartender character in there. It looks like the Beanish characters from the Mario and Luigi series, which I think it was kind of referencing. So cool to see that character there as well. Then also one more thing that I wanted to show. Also has the spring in the chest there, which is nice. And then also a tiny bit of like the Rock Hawk poster there. I believe that's Rock Hawk. Then also you could see the bandit there in one of the Dugan characters. Also, I think that the Trouble Center, I think that got a new icon. I might be wrong, but that looks new. Hopefully they improve the Trouble Center in this game, because that was one of my things that I was a bit critical about in Thousand Year Door. Okay, and then here's the plain mode thing with the paper abilities. I know Nintendo is probably going to market those a lot. There's going to be a lot of advertising surrounding those paper gimmicks once again, but cool to see them return obviously here. Then there's Flurry here. I'm surprised Flurry's design wasn't changed, but it's cool that she's in here, even though she's my least favorite partner, but still cool. Yeah, and then you can see the punies in the bubbles here. The bubbles look really nice. They look like something straight out of modern Paper Mario, which I really like. And then there's all I think they're also making a new expression as well. I don't really recognize that one from the original game. And then you can also see like the wind like the gust ability that Flurry has. It has like kind of like a more realistic look to it, which I like. Almost kind of like those subtle touches that Origami King had, like with the water where that looked realistic. I think this game is gonna have some of those. Okay, and then here's Koops. You know, one thing that I noticed here, now that Koops is talking, yeah, Koops actually has the Koopa voice sound effect here, which is really cool. Yeah, that is really cool to see the new text bubble sound effects there. And then you could also see the candy pops here as well. This is the first time we've seen the candy pops in the modern style. So it's cool to see that here. They were originally supposed to be in Sticker Star, but it's cool to see that there. Also, this text bubble in general kind of resembles the one from Origami King. And then also like the question block here looks nice as well. Let me go back for a second. I wanted to look at the Luigi's. Yeah, Luigi has the text sound from from Origami King. Yeah, and then also in this scene that I forgot to mention, it has the Paper Mario 64 theme, which is really cool. So let's see. Let me go back to where I was before. Okay, then we have Coop's abilities in the Hooktail Castle, which is really cool. And yeah, and then also the baby Yoshi as well. You can even see like they're in the Glitz pit here. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Also the Game Boy Advance thing. And then it shows off the baby Yoshi's abilities that you can actually name. Hopefully they have like a better selection process for Baby Yoshi where you could pick like any of the colors like with your choice. That would be cool if you can kind of like have a little more control over the customization. Then you could see a bit more of Rogueport here. You could see kind of like the little bit of paper theming there. Oh, and I like that new expression for the Goomba there. That looks cool. Where he's kind of like surprised that he walks up. And then you can see a badge block there. Yeah. Okay, the intro sound for the battles, it's kind of like a little jingle based on the Super Mario Bros. Theme. I think that was originally from Color Splash, I believe, so it's cool to see that they're kind of implementing that here too. The remix of the battle theme sounds really good. So let me go back a little bit so I can see the... Okay, so we have the selection here. Basically, the same icons, but they're in higher resolution now, which is really nice. And then obviously the audience, the Switch style buttons, then the UI looks really good too. It actually uses the general Mario font, kind of similar to Origami King, but I like that. I think it looks pretty good. It looks really clean here. Like I like that they keep it all in one row, which is just really nice. Um, but yeah, the Goomba, they brought back the original Goomba design from 64,000 Year Door and Super Paper Mario, also E3 2010. Actually, this kind of reminds me of like the E3 2010 Goombas as well with their design here. And honestly, it kind of looks like Waffle the Great's artwork a little bit of the Paper Mario characters. I think she'll be happy about that. And then also it has like the button icon. I really like the new button icons here. They're kind of like colored like the originals. And then also it gives a message for the super guard here. And then also down here it shows the amount of characters in the audience. Again, it kind of I think that's a reused asset from Origami King with the numbers there. So yeah, this and then it has like this. I like how it has a super guard thing here. How it like says it on there. But yeah, it's cool that we're finally getting Paper Mario content that has the super guard again. It's been well since the Thousand Year Door. Then also the big blooper as well. You can see Goombella is kind of surprised. Um, Also, there's a grassy platform there. Um, I didn't really recognize that from the original game. I think that's cool. Yeah, and the ink has like more of a realistic design here as well, which looks really nice. And then also there's the piranha plants, the Bogley Woods background. They kind of have like the black and white design there. And then also here's some more designs for like the Hammer Bro, Fire Bro, and Boomerang Bro. Definitely an upgrade from the original design, I'd say. And you can also see Luigi in the audience here, along with the Punies, Dry Bones, and Koopas. The Glitz Pit looks really nice here. Yeah, and then you can also see like the meter here for charging up attacks, which is really nice. I'm glad to see that again. Really cool to see that in HD. Then also like the poison pokies here. You can see the wanted posters as well in the background here with Riverside Station. One thing that I'm hoping they'll do in Riverside Station is actually kind of have more context behind the Smorgs. Hopefully they have like a cutscene or Beldum is releasing the Smorgs or something like that. That would be cool. And then there's the Stampede of Yoshis. I'm surprised they didn't change the Yoshi design here, because I actually like the Color Splash design more, but it still looks pretty cool. Glad that they are being faithful, though. And then here's Bowser's Castle. And then, yeah, the Koopa Trolls. Really nice to see that there. The Bowser picture with the mustache in the background there. Bowser's Castle looks really nice here. Then also, Cammy Koopa is back as well. This is the first time she's appeared in a Paper Mario game since the original Thousand Year Door. So, it's really cool. Yeah, it's cool to see Bowser as well. Bowser's design has mostly stayed unchanged since 64. So, yeah, it's definitely pretty fitting. And then you also have the Bowser like kind of like intermission here where you actually play as Bowser for like these levels here. That would be cool if you could actually select it from a menu and you could actually play these over again. And then it has like jump, flame, ground pound, mid jump. It actually gives you like the option and actually gives you like different things there to choose. Well, it actually gives you like a like the controls, which is pretty nice because this is a change in gameplay from the original. Well, from the like basic gameplay and everything. Also, the coin design kind of got an upgrade as well. Kind of looks like a mixture of both the old and new design. And then also the brick blocks and that one looks nice as well. And the X-Knots are finally back as well. And then also here's Bowser in Petalburg with with the Peach poster. And then also here's like they kind of upgraded this cutscene here because this is where you're going up in the blimp to Glitzville, and you can actually see all of the party, well, all of the party members that you have by chapter 3 in the blimp. And then also the dry bones cutscene as well, um, which is pretty cool. I've always liked that. I think it was pretty funny in the original since they were kind of showing off the power of the GameCube. But it's cool that they kept the original Dry Bones design, similar to how Superstar Saga with that remake they kept the original Dry Bones design. And then also here's um the chess demon here. You can see it's actually like a 3D background here. The original was just Mario kind of put onto like a 2D background. So this is really cool, and you can kind of see it kind of goes upwards in the background. I really like that. Then Mario kind of gets shocked by that. Then also here is the shop. Then you could see different things like the fire flower, POW block, honey syrup, mushroom, things like that, and the toads as well. You know, the toad design kind of reminds me of like Super Paper Mario's a little bit, since I think that's slightly changed from Thousand Year Doors, but it's cool to finally see like toads with unique outfits again in a Paper Mario game. Even though it's a remake, it's still cool. Actually, let me see the background for the shop to see if there's anything that I missed. Okay, it's basically everything that was in the original. Also, you can notice the water here. You can actually kind of see the puddles there, which is really nice. There's a lot of attention to detail here. Honestly, looking at all of these details, it definitely seems like they kind of completely remade this from the ground up and kind of started working on this after Origami King released. I feel like this was definitely made by the same team, which is just really nice. And then there's also the Koopy Koo there with that little cutscene there. Also the Twilight Town thing here, where it's also the pigs actually look like paper now. I wanted to look at the Twilight Town resident for a second. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. This is like the cutscene where it changes into a pig after like the bell plays from the creepy sequel. So I'm glad the pigs they still do resemble like the Lil Oinks from Paper Mario 64, but they're actually like papercraft now, which makes more sense. And the Twilight Town in general looks really nice. You can even see Mario's expression here uses the expression from Sticker Star, Color Splash, and Origami King, which is really nice to see. And then Baby Yoshi also has a new expression as well. So that's really cool. And then also in here, you can see like the inside of like or the lobby for Glitz Pit, and you can see some of the toads, Lakitus, even the Lakitu with the camera there. And then like also the guards as well. It's funny how Mario kind of hammers um through there, and then there's also Miss Mowz as well, which is really cool. It's like the cutscene there. You can kind of see here. It's really like a mixture of the um Origami King, Color Splash, and then Thousand Year Door original style. And then also you can see here Zip Toad, that one toad there. It's in the Chef Cheep Cheep, and then Pennington here, and then one of the Ratuis here, and then also like the Super Shroom there as well. Cool to see Zip Toad there. They kind of have the similar sunglasses design from some of the modern Paper Mario games. That's cool. Then I really like that expression from Pennington. That's pretty cool. Definitely, I feel like they're taking a lot of the more expressive poses from the modern games and kind of mixing them with the more expressive animation style from the older games, which is really nice. Then also the egg there that the baby Yoshi is in. Then it showed that one character there who ran the hot dog stand in the background. Yeah, and you can see like the hot dog stand there. Then also Dupless, who stole Mario's body, and you can see kind of like the Twilight background there. You can even see like the eyes on Mario there, which is or Dupless as Mario, which is pretty funny. Um I can't wait to see the actual Dupless design in the game, even though it's going to be similar, but it's going to be cool to see, like, Dupless in HD and everything. What did you just say? Oh, I think that's when Mario guessed his name. And then here's Rockhawk as well. And then also the Crystal Stars kind of have like the papercraft style. Looks like something out of Color Splash and Origami King, which I'd like. Then also some more of the people in the audience here, like the Dugans, Toads, Wackatoos. And then also Lord Crump with the Magnus von Grapple robot there for the mech. Then you can see also like the recovery block as well. Hooktail, which looks really cool. It's nice to see her in that style as well, because definitely pretty fitting for like a slight paper style there. I think it looks pretty cool. But yeah, we have kind of like a remake of the background from like the title screen, then a new logo, which seems to be based on the Japanese logo. I think it's a bit weird that they have that on a white background where it says the Thousand Year Door, but I think it still looks pretty good. I like that it's based on the Japanese logo. Hopefully they actually use the Japanese box art for North America this time, well, along with the new artwork that we're inevitably gonna get. So, yeah, pretty surreal to see Thousand Year Door on the Switch like that. Then here it kind of shows the Peach intermission transition scene there. Then it has the robot there, like the tech um thing from the X-Naut Fortress. This is like during one of the Peach intermissions. They even kept Peach's original sprite design and everything. It uses her older dress rather than the newer one that they used from, well, the final boss of Thousand Year Door and Super Paper Mario onwards. And yeah, pretty cool to see that there. And yeah, pretty funny to see that scene again. And yeah, 2024. So yeah, with this 2024 date, I think it's pretty likely that this is kind of like the replacement for the next Paper Mario game, which I am totally fine with, because this is one of my favorite games of all time. And to see it kind of upgraded in this style is amazing. So yeah, I think it's really surreal that they're actually remaking one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm definitely going to do another discussion about it later, like with my overall thoughts on it. This was more of an analysis, kind of looking at what was there. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Amazon affiliate link if you want to. Goodbye.